climbing down this little creek. It's one of the last little sections that isn't horribly burnt. This is the area that we have to go through now to get anywhere. In California, around my area, that a lot of this large red boulder, which probably comes out of those cliffs there, had agates in it. A huge Jasper boulder. Just to shine some light on the subject here. Those are all little agate layers and pockets. Yeah, there's a lot of that here. Many broken up pieces, whole bars of it, wraps all the way around somebody else's little detail. Little rockhound stack, a feather, circle of shells, and then a good display of what can be found with the downward facing triangle. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So always look for the hints. First hint of the material that's here. And whereas I usually show you these same varieties that are river rounded, this is rough, meaning that what you're looking at could have fractures in it and stuff. That's why I like the rounded river rocks, is because they've been reduced. So you'd have to start cutting and polishing on this to know how much of it would stick around. You see the crystal filled cavities, the orange edge, and then the red jaspery matrix of the rock itself. What I was seeing is there's whole areas here where that's what about 50% of the rock is a very agate filled jasper. The size of this boulder. So this is a massive boulder, and it's basically underneath the bird poop here. That's bird poop. That's not. Are all the little agate veins running through the fire. And got the burgundy mixing with the yellow. Mixing with the orange. So imagine that bashing down the river and then being reduced and then rounded off, and it's the same stuff. Look here. We got Jasper. Let's find some cool pieces. There's a whole town under that lake. have the little best ones that we see. Bright reds. Yeah. There's just so much here. That's where all the red is that you see out of each of these layers. Put that back there because if you look at the little staircase coming down and the footprints and the other footprints joining it and going around, this looks like the little crystal area with the little cathedral in front of it. I think we'll leave it just in case it is. You never know. A little crust of some sort of iron node. This crazy rock. Oh, the layers go all the way through in their squiggliness. Oh yeah, it's just a bunch of layers. And you see this pattern? It just continues all the way through. Look at that. Wild style. And you make out all the different reds in there, but then this slab. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. The purples and the yellows mixing together. And just the overall slab of it's crazy. This is the side that caught my eye. Look at that. I do believe those agate pockets that you see there, actually go through to over here. That's how pure it is. And the colors are just, I mean, they're ranging from the brightest fire colors into these burgundies. You seeing that? Get the lightning coming through here. All the way down. Just a slab out of one of these boulders. Ah, look at the green mixes in this. Look at that. You realize how many of those cool little rocks that we find are in just one of these slabs? I'm gonna set that right there. If I don't remember it, you can come by here and look for it with your boat, all these points. Or hike down from the road above. I'm gonna try and think about hiking it out of here, but maybe we'll gather up littler pieces of ones that have been reduced down even more, because I see we're getting in the area. And I'm telling you, these are just as beautiful as the rounded down ones. They're just more hidden by the roughness, so you can't see the sharp edges between the colors like you can when it is polished. There's a smoother break and you can start to see it's like pink mixed with orange, golden, and that's the golden looking. Jeez. You scared me. Swam over and pop up in front of me 10 feet away and say boo. You just boo scared me. Haha. You funny guy. You're a funny guy. There is a metal sparkle to the whole thing, like a diacrylic. Besides just the reflection of the sunshine sparkling on the wet surface. And the colors in the stone itself, there is a sparkle to the material. It's pretty awesome. Sparkle Jasper. Look at this rock. 30-foot Stanley Power Lock. There's a relic. I used to use those to build houses. For real, for real. That's funny. Measuring big ones off the boat and they dropped it. Here's a chunk. This clay is ferocious. I couldn't get it off of that piece. Literally, it's like a blue clay that just, it sticks to everything. But look at this. See that? Look at the color of that. Look at that. Look at everything else around it, all the other reds that we've seen and stuff. Look at that. That's one of those ridiculously yellow and reds and oranges. Glob of Jasper fire. Jasper fire. That is just intense and pure. You can see in this one how smooth the breaks are in it because it's super crystalline. Any fractures have been refilled with calcitines, agates. Oh, it's a nice piece. That's bucket size. So yeah, we're getting into the brights and beautiful. Yeah. Oh, big boulders of it. That's where we start to get a little crazy. Oh, look at the mix of that metallic purple that we've seen in this before. Sparkly dark purples. See it there? Into the yellow, into the oranges and reds. It's a fun one. Oh, look at the tiger patterning of the fractures and filling on this one. And yeah, we're starting to reach some agateness. Look at it overall. I wish I could kind of get that whole face sliced. I mean, we can. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting to where I think I saw lots of agates and fire here. Oh gosh. See. How big those bands are. Yep. Today was a Jasper day. This is stripes of purple, burgundy, silver. The darkest gray that you see there is actually a purple sparkle. Wow. Yep. I've wandered in entire canyons full of Jasper my whole life out here on the west coast, and never fails to amaze me. Because it's the name that we gave to basically the silicates of all colors that swirl together in a crazy way. It really, Jasper is. Look at the circles in there. Jasper is, you know, a really loose term for so many different types of beauty. Look at this one though. Look at how the yellow developed into that circular pattern of all sizes, almost a moss. This one's coming home because of that feature, because it runs all through it. Do you see that? It goes into just absolute oranges, because, I mean, that's a pure chunk. It looks really plain from out here. It looks like another piece of yellow Jasper, but then as we start to think smaller cabochon and take a closer look, we see that once again the details are golden. Yeah. Yeah, the whole point of this is not the profit, you know. I see people trying to get the most expensive rocks that they can find or whatever, and it's about joy, you know, personal interest, what you find beautiful, getting yourself out to places, the appreciation of detail itself, however you want to say that. Oh, look at that. I mean, we're just in a candy land of Jasper. You can see large boulders have broken apart, and it's just, what material did you want? And this is the western shore of Lake Berryessa. That was a huge fish jumping. Or did you prefer the yellow red spectrum mixed with purples? Or perhaps we could throw a little dash of pink in there. Kind of lighten the whole thing up. Any one of these, I'm telling you, broken down and rounded would be one of the ones that we were picking up. Going, wow, so you really have to look at the agates that are there and appreciate that those details don't go away when the stone gets larger. It's just harder for you to see them because of the schooling effect. Your brain is jumping back and forth between all of the different distraction of each other. That's how the schooling effect works. That's why a predator can't so easily focus in on one thing, is because try as they might, your attention gets scattered, and that's kind of the problem with having too much variety and too many choices these days, is we're getting this schooling effect in our attention and our thought patterns, and you know, it's squirrel, 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 squirrel. And if you have things that are rewarding that, you know, in 4-second bursts, way shorter than this clip should be, then it's just going to train your brain in kind of a, you know, positive response to short bits type of thing. Okay, kind of went uphill from there, following the pattern of Agate. Another, plenty of material, but the bucket's also getting full quick, which is good. So I'm gonna try and make some distance just to kind of scout for maybe next time, and I'll let you know if I find anything fantastic.